Hello there, it is I, Shepherd Chang, bringing to you a special episode of Abyssalcraft is Kind of Awesome. And in this special focus episode, we are talking about Shoggoths and the danger they represent to your world. So what exactly has prompted this? Well, just recently I saw a YouTuber post a video about how he was using Abyssalcraft, and something had happened to him that I had known could happen, but had never actually seen myself. And I realized I really should talk about this in the tutorial, but didn't really have any specific place in the normal episodes for it. So I'm creating a special episode. Now, I've talked about Shoggoths a bit before, but I'm going to go over some of the stuff with them, sort of as a reminder. So let's get into it. Okay, so, as a reminder, Shoggoths can be found in Shoggoth layers. Like this one here, embedded in this dry, semi-dry river biome. Shoggoth layers spawn in river biomes, swamp biomes, ocean biomes, and obviously with Abyssalcraft, the corallium-infested swamp biomes. Now, they can spawn in other water-based biomes if you're using mods that add biomes. At least I'm pretty sure that's the case. I don't really use those kind of mods too often. But anyway, Shoggoth layers. You've got a sort of an entrance with not quite stairs going down. And in this case, I've blocked this off with trash cans. And look at... Are you kidding me? Alright. So this has happened to me again. Normally, there would be blocks here called Shoggoth biomass. The Shoggoth biomass works as a spawner for Shoggoths. But there seems to be a consistent problem with Abyssalcraft that the Shoggoth biomass just sort of disappears every once in a while for no apparent reason. Well, I had had this happen to this world save before, but this was an unloaded chunk, so when I came here the biomass was still there, but it has apparently despawned since. I don't know why this happens. You'd have to talk to the mod author. But yeah, so, let's talk about Shoggoths while I'm bringing some out to show you. Yeah, so, Shoggoth. Here's one. A lesser Shoggoth. There is no greater Shoggoth. Yet. Don't quote me on that. I don't know if Shinow ever actually intends to create greater Shoggoths for this mod. These guys are bad enough as it is. So they've got 100 HP, they look freaky, and each dimension has their own special type of Shoggoth, which also has their own unique drops. These guys hurt quite a bit, they sound like zombies, and they like to gang up on you just like every type of hostile mob in Minecraft. And they hurt a good bit. And now the important stuff. Why did I block this off? Well, Shoggoths can climb. I'm not sure exactly how many blocks they can climb. I don't think I've ever tested that to see. But they can climb blocks, especially monolith stone. And the easiest way to prevent them from getting out of a lair is just to block it off a bit. They cannot get through one-high blocks. I think they are too wide and too high, though I'm not completely sure. I don't think I've ever tested that either. But no, they could not get through this. But because they could climb, if all you did was block that off, they could just climb over and get out. Now, why do you not want them to get out? Because of the most important aspect of them. And that is... Get out of here. This Shoggoth ooze. Any block Shoggoths walk on, they turn into the Shoggoth ooze. Now, let's see if it happened. Yeah, you notice that it only was really on this one block. It turned 4 of these blocks into the Shoggoth ooze. Oh, nope, that's 6 blocks. And, let's see, did it go down any further? Nope. Okay. Now, let's walk on it. Now, because I'm creating creative, it's a little bit harder to tell, but it's basic. When you walk on it, it's sort of like soul sand in that it slows you down. Yep, okay, that's a little bit more obvious. Normal blocks, ooze. Normal blocks, ooze. Anyway, so what's dangerous about this? Well, aside from the fact that it can destroy pretty much any kind of block. And when I mean any kind, I mean any kind. It includes modded blocks. I showed this off in one video, didn't give it enough emphasis, I don't think, honestly. But yeah, any kind of solid block, they can turn into ooze. Including stuff like diamond blocks or obsidian. Yeah, and it does work with modded blocks. Even the really powerful sort of modded blocks that you really wouldn't want to get destroyed. Okay, so the other problem with the Shoggoths is that they create the Shoggoth pillars. Now, what's dangerous about them? Well, let's see if we can get one to spawn. Let's call in a few more Shoggoths to see if it'll help. Now, Shoggoth pillars spawn when there are 6 or more adult Shoggoths in one area. And they spawn from the ooze. Oh, I might have to fast forward through this. There we go, finally. There's finally a pillar. I haven't actually been timing this, but they did not want to create this thing. Anyway, I'm gonna get rid of these guys because they're a pain in the butt, and I don't want the spread and the infestation. Now, I have killed all of them in the area. So, let's look at this. So you notice that the pillar is made out of monolith stone, the same material as the Shoggoth lair. And on top is this, a Shub-Niggurath statue. And didn't I just kill all of you? Where did you come from? I'll tell you where he came from in a moment. Now, the statues have to do with the PE system, and I'm not going to go into that, but I will say that there are 2 ways to get the statues. From the Shoggoth pillars, and eventually you can craft them. But that's not going to be for a while in the mod. It's pretty much the end of the mod, basically. Now, another Shoggoth has appeared. Why has it appeared? Well, I'll show you. At the base of every Shoggoth monolith, well, yeah, it's technically a monolith. The Shoggoth pillars is, where is it? Not right there, but right there. Shoggoth biomass, which, as I said earlier, works as a spawner. See? Just like that one. And I destroyed it? It destroyed itself? It despawned? What? It turned into monolith stone? What the heck? That was odd. What caused that? I'm not sure why that just happened. But yeah, at the base of every pillar the Shoggoths create is a piece of Shoggoth biomass. And that, it works as a spawner. So every pillar works as a spawner for Shoggoths. Okay, so I've just shown you again where Shoggoths come from and how they create the pillars, and now to talk about the infestations. So what is an infestation? That you're probably wondering at this point. Well, that is basically when those pillars go out of control. Now, the statues create disruptions, which are signaled by the lightning strikes that you can probably be seeing in the background, like just now. I've got the sound turned down, so you might not be able to hear it. Every time a disruption happens, it has the chance of causing this sort of random event. Now, those sort of random events could be you obtaining temporary status effects like slowness or weakness or wither or Cralium Plague. It also has the chance of summoning something like minions of the Gatekeeper, which are a fairly powerful mob from the third dimension. Omethal, that is. Or it could summon shadow creatures. The various types of shadow creatures. The shadow creatures, shadow monsters, and the shadow beasts. It has a chance of spawning some of them. Or it could summon Shoggoths to create more ooze, for which to create more pillars. And it also has a chance of creating a bunch of fireballs that then fall down around the pillar. So, let's turn around and show you what a Shoggoth infestation looks like. Massive SPFs drop. Oh dear. So yeah, this used to be taiga biome. Now it's pretty much nothing but pillars. This is what a Shoggoth infestation looks like. I assume it will also cause you a lot of SPS lag. But yeah, let's go back. Wrong button. First person, so we can reduce the lag a little bit. So, the Shoggoth infestations basically happen when you stop paying attention to Shoggoths. Once they get out of the layers, if there are enough of them in the area, they'll start spawning the pillars. Once the pillars start spawning, they will continue to spawn more Shoggoths, which will then spawn more pillars, which will then spawn more Shoggoths, and so on until you get the situation you've got behind me. So, let's just take a go in and take a look. Ooh, so much FPS drop. Look at this. This is crazy. It's practically all ooze. Lots of statues for you to collect if you're crazy enough to actually try to go into this. Oh, that was a disruption. Disruptions can also teleport you. Man, FPS is so low I can't even fly. That's bad. Look at all those statues. You can see that with the rest of the stuff isn't spawned in yet. Yeah, this is pretty crazy. Lots of lightning strikes going on. Yep, got teleported again. Now, one thing I will draw your attention to is this here. I created a sort of dirt platform that's just hovering in the air above all of this. Why? To show off this. Now, how did you suppose the Shoggoths got up here? Well, I don't actually know the correct answer. The thing is, when the lightning strikes from the disruptions spawn Shoggoths, if there is something in the way, like something above that pillar, like a dirt platform, I think the Shoggoths, instead of spawning on the statues, end up spawning on whatever's above it. Now, I don't actually know if that's correct. I could be wrong. But that's the only thing I can really think of that would make sense for how they got up here. And I think I just got slowness. I did. Slowness and weakness. Okay, I'm gonna put it on peaceful real quick just to cut out some of the FPS drops here. Oh, that's much better. Oh yes. Still not good, but definitely better. Okay, so what can you do at this point? Well, if you're only using Abyssalcraft, you're screwed. Yeah. if the only mod you're using is Abyssalcraft, if an infestation gets this far, you're screwed. You cannot do anything about it. It's just too much. Because remember, at the base of every single one of these pillars is Shoggoth biomass, which is a spawner. So assuming you don't have just a massive FPS lagging you to crap, it'd still be a massive endeavor. And this is just a couple of chunks. Shino stated that the purpose of the Shoggoth infestations is basically to destroy your world. That is what they're there for. It's not to help you. It's basically to destroy the world. The Shoggoths are a massive threat to you and your worlds. And this is just this whole episode is basically to emphasize why. Now, if you are using other mods, like say I've got Draconic Evolution in this, this is the Draconic Staff of Power, which mines things in a large area. Yeah, this combination of being able to fly and having lots of HP or hearts and whatnot, you could actually clear this away in relatively little time, since these things basically go through this stuff like butter. Now, something I should have noted earlier, Shoggoth biomass does not have a harvest level. It does not have an effective tool. It's not like dirt where you use shovels to get it up, or stone with pickaxes and stuff. Same with the Shoggoth ooze. You can get it up. Let's go into survival real quick. Let's show this off. What kind of speed you got with this? The Shoggoth ooze is basically dirt. Easy. You can get that up one thing at a time, but can't really get it up in large amounts. How about this? This is the Hold on. Spelling mistakes. The Shoggoth biomass has disappeared from this pillar. I do not know why. Interesting to note, though. Yeah, I'm not sure what's up with that. I'm pretty sure that's not actually a normal part of the mod. Although I suppose it would be a helpful thing for Shino to do, to implement, the Shoggoth biomass not being permanent, but that doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. Yeah. Well, I was going to show it off, but, well, I suppose I still can. I'll just go into creative real quick. Put it down. Back into, see, it doesn't have a harvest level there up in Wyla. That's odd. I also can't move. Was I on fire there for a second? What the heck? Not sure what that was about. Actually, that's very strange. The, Shoggoth biomass is normally really hard to get up. All of the biomass has disappeared. Oh, there's one. Okay. That's odd. Has something been changed while I haven't been paying attention? There, I was on fire for a second again. Probably a disruption. That is very strange. Normally, Shoggoth biomass is much harder to collect, to break. I'm not sure what to say about that. Don't know why that has occurred. That's interesting, though. Maybe Shinow had updated that when I wasn't paying attention for the mod or something. Though I don't know why. Well, okay, so Shoggoth biomass used to be very hard to get rid of. Now it's not, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, you still have a lot to get rid of with infestation. Yeah, that's the point I was trying to make before I got so sidetracked by getting confused with the biomass. You notice that I am in a world hole at the moment. I created that on purpose. Now, I will say that I'm not sure what the heck this is about. I don't know how this is possible because the Shoggoths actually have to be on top of a block for this to happen. This might be some kind of glitch. I'm not sure. It doesn't really seem like the sort of thing you would expect to happen. However, I will say that I did encounter a genuine glitch while making this. So I created I surrounded these chunks in world holes using the extra two utilities, Ender Quarry, which basically can be used to destroy chunks. But it won't destroy bedrock. I went around in creative and got rid of the bedrock, just to make sure the Shoggoths wouldn't crawl around to the other parts of the world and make a mess out of it. And so I encountered a glitch. You notice there are some pillars down here. And that this is the void. Yeah, Shoggoth pillars are only supposed to appear where there is, ooze. This is the void and there is nothing down there. I do not understand how this is possible. This makes absolutely no sense, even given the context of the mod. This happening makes no sense. The pillars have to be created by the Shoggoths, and they have to be created from ooze. The presence down here doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, even with the fact that the whole, it's the Lovecraft mythos, and ooh, the void and the abyss, and blah blah blah. I mean, it makes a little bit of sense with the context of that, but yeah, pillars coming out of the void for no apparent reason doesn't make a lot of sense given the rest of the mod, given the stated origins of this stuff. I mean, it would be a neat little feature for something like that to happen, but still doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And this is more than likely a glitch. Oh hey, fireballs. Yep, that's something that can happen. So, I really got sidetracked with getting confused about the biomass. Anything else to say? Well, I believe I was talking about using mods to get rid of this stuff. And I suppose you can. if you've got stuff that can dig through stuff really quickly and in large amounts, you could get rid of all this stuff in a timely enough manner that you could probably do it in an hour or so. Maybe keep it from spreading too far. But again, if you're only using Abyssalcraft, you're screwed. There is no way to get rid of all this stuff if you're using just Abyssalcraft. Now, as far as other ways to get rid of this go, there's of course creative. You could just go nuts with destroying stuff, see if that helps you at all. Would still take a while. If you're using 1.8 or 1.9, there is actually the fill command, where you can basically just delete large amounts of stuff by using, say, filling it with air. It would delete all the blocks within the coordinates you use. As far as I know, 1.7 does not have the fill command, so if you're using 1.7 or 1.6 of Abyssalcraft, you can't do that. But since there are versions of Abyssalcraft for 1.8 and 1.9, go for it. What else? Well, of course, if you know how to, you can go into your save files and delete the chunks that the infestation has happened in. I don't actually know how to do that myself, so can't really give you any tips for doing that. Look online to figure that one out, unfortunately. Other ways. Well, if you have, say, MC Edit or something, or World Edit, for whatever version of Minecraft you're using, you could do pretty much the same thing. Use that to delete the chunks. Although with MC Edit, it doesn't really show you modded blocks very well. It's meant for vanilla. But you could still use it to do this. Don't know if it won't corrupt your world save or something, so be careful. Now, again, trying to do this in survival, even with a bunch of mods, it would probably be kind of difficult. But yeah, I'm in creative mode. I've got a bunch of mods. I'm just gonna spend like it'll probably only take like 20 minutes to get rid of all this for me, simply because I limit it to these handfuls of chunks with the world hole. But anyway, I think I've rambled on, gotten distracted long enough. This was an episode about why Shoggoths are dangerous. I was Shepherd Chong, and I still am. Bye. Blorp. Editing now. Why did that happen? I wonder. Is that light exposure? Okay, I might put this in as an extra, but I think I need to test that. Look, first, also monolith stone. Monolith stone. Oh, great, I gotta go back to, alright. Monolith stone. Let's surround some monolith stone. No? No? Not the case? Well, there's one that just spawned. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I just witnessed the despawning happen. Huh. Well, alright. Just something sort of random, I guess. Oh well. But interesting if I could see why that happened. But not anymore. Blorp! Okay, what the heck is this about? These have spawned in the time since I destroyed all of this stuff, and have been using the Ender Quarry to turn all this into dirt. How have these appeared? It appeared on dirt. Heck, I'm in peaceful at the moment. Where the heck did they come from? This makes no sense. I don't get it. Is it just a common glitch? I don't... What the heck? That doesn't make any sense. There was no reason that they could have appeared. I don't know. I really gotta contact this Shino about this stuff. That crap is a glitch. That is not supposed to be possible.